it should be basically your first step of responding to a question. So before you actually start writing, make sure you really do understand the question. Because literally the biggest thing that I come across in marking, and the worst thing that you can do, is just basically interpret a question incorrectly. Because that's what often where the worst marks come, is just from students who misinterpret the question. So it's something you really don't want to be doing. But when I say misinterpret the question, you may interpret the question but not still fully get what exactly it is it's asking you to do. Because if you fully answer a question, you should get full marks, technically speaking, provided that everything's technically sound, and that you've constructed a convincing argument, and that you've gone into the required depth of discussion and so forth. So having a correct interpretation of the question is basically the only way to be able to do that. So we'll go through an example, as I said, as we go. It will cost you more marks than anything. And basically, this is something that, as I said, a lot of students complain about when they get their marks back, is why did I get such a low mark when I put so much effort into it? Well, you're not being marked on effort. You're being marked on how well you interpret the question. So we'll go through the best way you can go understand every question that you come across. And this is the most important thing, is looking at the best way to answer it. So now the best way isn't necessarily the best answer. The best way is to find the right process and the right plan to be able to organize your response effectively. Okay, so we're going to look at the question as we go, as I said. And the question is, discuss how the theme of duality is represented in Droog's The New Frontiers. Now, without going through what actually the text is or anything else like that, all we need to do at this point is look at how you would interpret this question and how you would go about constructing your answer. So, first thing you should really try and do is break this up into pieces and work out exactly, as I said, what each of these words is trying to get you to do in the answer. So, I'm going to highlight as we go and look at the different parts of the question that you'll be looking at. And this is the thing that will come up when you're basically when you're thinking about how you can compose your answer, is working on what of these keywords is telling me to do what.